This is one of the best budget carbon fiber gaming mice I've ever tried. Is it also going to be the best for you though? Let's go and check it out. Nice simple secured packaging. All of the accessories that you will be needing will come with the mouse. Now, first impressions on the mouse, I think it does look pretty cool. It does have a pretty unique holes design. Most of the sides are solid though, so I think a lot would like that. Now at the moment of filming this video, I can only see the black color here, but hopefully they add more in the future. Or maybe there's more colors available already while you're watching this video. You can double check in the description. But yeah, this mouse is made out of carbon fiber, so it's gonna be durable while keeping that lightweightness. I have no problems with the durability. I'm pressing pretty hard and there's very minimal flex. There isn't really any rattle, but if you really rattle hard, you might get the scroll wheel to shake a little bit. It's not really loose, but yeah, it can shake a little bit. Can also just be my unit, but yeah, no big deal. Now for the coating, I don't really have any complaints. I can see myself using this without any grips, but it's not the grippiest coating that I've experienced or tried. But yeah, though I don't mind using this with no grips, I can see some people preferring the use of grips here. And you saw the unboxing earlier, didn't really come in with some grip tapes. Now that can change in the future though, but yeah, if you know yourself as someone that uses grips a lot, then you might want to prepare some. Now for the clicks and the buttons, here's a little sound test. I have no problems with the sound and feel of the clicks. They're pretty snappy, minimal post pre-travel. The clicks here also have very minimal side-to-side wobble. Love that. These are apparently using Omron optical switches, which I really appreciate. I love optical switches, no double clicks. Pretty easy to spam and consistent clicks here. For the scroll wheel, it is rubberized, does have defined steps. I don't have any problems with the tensioning. Now for the side buttons, there's also pretty minimal pre-travel, but for the post-travel, if you really press down, since they're quite mushy, there can be some post-travel if you press really hard, but I doubt you'll press that deep, especially with your thumb here. They're pretty okay side buttons. I don't really use them much personally, so yeah. Now for the weight and balancing, it does feel front heavy. I mean, you can see the internals here. There is nothing on the back here. Everything is in the middle, and there's some clicks here, of course. So yeah, I guess that's pretty expected to have a front heavy weight. And I was actually wondering a little bit, why not put the battery a bit back here, so maybe even the weight out, why it's in the middle. And from what I can see, they're actually using the battery as a support as well, to maybe minimize the materials used here. Like, it's part of the pillar there. Not sure if you can see, but yeah, it's a little front heavy. Not sure if that's the best decision, because having a well-balanced mouse can also make the mouse feel lighter. Now they do claim 50 grams on this mouse, and it does come in around 46.1 grams. That is actually pretty impressive. Lower than advertised. It's pretty lightweight. I'm very comfortable with that. If you know me, the lower the weight the better. I do like lightweight mice. Now let's go ahead and talk about the shape. Now looking at it sideways, it actually does look like a super light, a smaller one with a bit more curves. When comparing it to the super light 2C, they have similar lengths, but the hump is a bit more middled here on the CarbonX, while the super light 2C is a bit more on the back. I'd say it does have a versatile shape. Pretty comfortable with my grip. I do have 18 by 8 cm hands. I do have a claw grip, kind of palm grip half here. Kind of weird, but mostly claw. I do use the hump here a lot, and I don't have any problems with it. The holes aren't uncomfortable, not too big for me personally. I can also see this mouse for finger tippers, palm grippers, and yeah, of course, again, claw grippers. Now moving on to the performance specs, features of this mouse. It is tri-mode compatible, does have a 3950 sensor, can go up to 8000 Hz polling rate, and that is both for 2.4G and wired from what it seems, the 8000 Hz polling rates. For the battery, 300 mAh. I have no complaints with that. I'm used to charging my mouse every day. But okay, let's go ahead and plug this dongle and check out more of the mouse features. And it's a web-based software, and as you can see, we do have RGB here on the dongle. Pretty cool. We'll see if we can use this as indicator. I think this is indicator for the battery life. But okay, I have the website where you can buy this mouse from. First link in the description. To access the software, just scroll down, find the driver here. You don't have to download anything, just launch this website, go to connect, pair the mouse, connect it here, and here we are. Now first we'll be greeted with the customizable clicks. Nice. We can change the debounce time, export, import, profiles, restore, see the battery life here, change the DPI, add some stages because we do have a DPI button under the mouse, change the polling rate, the select mode. We can't really change this. I don't know what this does, but yeah, we have lift off distance as well. We can customize that, as well as highest performance. Not sure what this is for. I'm gonna check this though because I want the highest performance. and I don't know what this time is for. We can also set record some macro settings. We can adjust the sleep time here, pair tool, change language, see the version firmware, and also enable long distance mode if you have the dongle quite far. Yeah, pretty nice simple software, easy to access, no complaints with that. Now, for those interested on the polling rate tester results, this is Razer's polling rate tester. Let's see. And that comes in pretty accurate, 8000 Hz polling rate. But yeah, that is pretty accurate. No problems with the polling rate. Now, I also want to test this out with my latency testing tool, OSL TTCS. I'm not going to go into too much details on how this works. Already made a separate video about that. I also use this to test my magnetic keyboards. But what it pretty much does is it measures the time between when the click comes into contact and when the computer actually receives the signal. So it doesn't automatically or electrically actuate the switches. So I actually press it like how you would press it when you're gaming. And here's the results. 1.232 milliseconds. That's very responsive, pretty much on par with other gaming mice we've tested. I doubt you'll notice any difference when comparing this to the other gaming mice in this latency testing list. The millisecond difference is just so little, but yeah, very responsive, very impressive results. But okay, that's for the mouse click. Now let's go ahead and test the mouse movement, which this time will measure the time between when the mouse comes into contact until when the computer registers the movement on the cursor. Here's the results, 1.434 milliseconds. That is also pretty responsive, on par with other gaming mice with similar specs and sensors, no problems with that. For those interested on the milliseconds, here you go. Again, I doubt you'll notice any difference when comparing it to other mice in this list though. The millisecond difference is just that low. And I always give a little disclaimer that these results can still vary. There can be factors that alter the results, but these results should still be very accurate. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and play with this mouse more. On side.
Wait, I can blind.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Oh.
In the smoke.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Go in the smoke more? Or do we up down?
No.
One enemy remaining.
Wow.
Oh, come. CT.
Nice.
Let's go, mates. Ace.
I think out in there.
Headshot.
I have a flash.
Oh. Alright, that's in YouTube, no.
Chill.
Lights out.
Oh, nice.
One enemy
All
remaining.
three. Last one.
Oh, Dory.
Drop in a smoke.
He went.
Anyone up? Sky.
Spike
Nice shot.
planted. One enemy remaining.
Oh, what a shot.
So after playing and testing with the EPOMAKER CarbonX, here's my experience so far. Now, you saw the latency tests, definitely won't hold you back when gaming. You also saw my gameplay, that is in Radiant/Immortal ranked lobbies. I was able to flick, micro adjust track very well with it, aiming overall, amazing experience. I was able to perform my best also for long periods of gaming use. I mean, again, shape can totally be personal preference, but for me, I found it very comfortable with my grip and hand size. It's very good. Clicks were very consistent and snappy. I have no complaints. I didn't experience any issues. The stock skates are also amazing. I had no problems using them on my cloth pad. I also really like the weights, around 46 grams on my scale on my unit here. Flicking, starting the mouse, stopping the mouse, it was very easy. Just an overall great experience, especially for the price. Now, how much is it? Would I recommend it? Is it worth it? Now, right now at the moment of filming this video, it can get cheaper than this, especially if there's a sale going on, but right now it's gonna be around $79. I don't think I have a discount code, but if I ever do, I'll be putting it in the description before the link on this mouse. But yeah, for around that price, around $79, this is amazing. For everything you're getting here, the performance, the specs, the carbon fiber shell, a great experience, definitely worth it. I also would consider that as a budget price. I mean, okay, some might say, oh, that's not budget at all, around $79. And some will say, oh, it's pretty budget friendly. So, I mean, they consider the Attack Shark R5 Ultra as a budget carbon fiber option, which is around $79 as well, same price as this. So I also think it's a pretty budget friendly price, especially comparing it to the like top gaming mice in the market and how expensive they are. So yeah, again, for what you're getting here, the carbon fiber, the specs, I think it is worth it. I would recommend it. If you're interested, I'll be putting this mouse first link in the description. That will be my affiliate link, so I would really appreciate it if you can use those when buying this mouse or anything from EPOMAKER. Again, if I have a discount code, I'll also be putting it in the description before the links, so maybe you can get this for even cheaper or with a discount. And a little disclaimer, this mouse is sent to me by EPOMAKER, but that won't change my review. Everything that you've been hearing me say about this mouse are all my honest opinions and review as always. But yeah, I pray and hope that this video helped you in some way. I'll go and see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to stay grateful and remember, Jesus loves you. Bye bye.